Hello and welcome, Croeso. My name is Gareth, and this is episode 12 of The Adventures of Hiraeth in LOTRO, Lord of the Rings Online. When last we left off, we had come over to the other end of Ered Luin, to the dwarf side of things, where we were going to pick up a number of the early quests that were either below or on level with us, so that we could experience these. And here we have this Skogi, who is going to start us off on the prologue for the dwarf epic quest. All these quests do eventually sort of dovetail, they all converge on Breland, but initially each race has its own quest line for the epic quest. We've done a number of the elf epic quest line, of course. We're going to now do this just as experience. So I'm assuming they're going to think that we're a dwarf because normally that's what would happen. Let's find out.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
And as you can still tell, I'm still recovering from my sore throat / cold. I'm recording this pretty much straight after the previous episode. So that's going to be lots of fun doing dwarf voices with the way I'm feeling right now. So this is the prologue at the behest of Unar. The captain of the guard, Unar, has been looking for you for an hour at least, which is interesting because we weren't around an hour ago, but then again we're not really a dwarf. And what's worse for you, he's already angry due to a guard having abandoned his post. You may find Unar at Frerin's court. Oh, sorry, that would be... Here comes the dwarf accent. You may find Unar in Frerin's court. If I were you, I would tread carefully around him. So we can go down there. And we will pick up a bunch of different quests around here. As we go, we have Flossie, which is a good... Again, these are all wonderfully redolent of the Icelandic sagas, Norse myths, etc. These dwarven names.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
So the Lost Tool. Again, this is level 6, so just about on level.
Can you keep a secret? I was exploring an old cave over yonder when I was attacked by one of those vicious cave claws. In the fight, I accidentally left my pickaxe behind. Could you go and get my pick for me? And while you're at it, kill off a few of those cave claws so I can continue my digging in peace. The cave is to the southeast, in the Winter Heights. Hurry now. I think I was nearing a vein of gold when they drove me out.
Okay. Oh, that was lovely with my throat. So we'll run on down here. And as I say in the last episode, now you can actually see it in the daylight. The statue of Frerin that the Dowerhands had pulled down is now restored to its rightful former glory. And a lot of the place looks like it's been cleaned up. There's a lot of different things here. We'll just go talk to Unar to begin with. And as you say, this is the quest, because the epic quest because of the flaming ring.
What is the meaning of this?
Good, you received my summons. At least someone knows their duty. Come now, we must speak of circumstances most dire and worrisome.
Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
So the prologue and the missing guard. Okay.
The news I have received is most unsettling, Hiraeth. One of the armories has been left unguarded. Vithar has been a stalwart and dependable guard until now, but he has apparently abandoned his post. Outrageous. I want you to investigate the unguarded treasury and confirm that Vithnar is not there. If anything is missing, I'll have his armor. He was next in line for commendation, but after this, he won't see any praise for 30 years. The arming cave to the northwest, very near to the great statue of Thorin, carved in the mountain. Go there and look for Vithar.
So we shall do that, but in the meantime we shall pick up some quests in the locality, as Fern's Court is a nice little quest hub. And let's talk to Harley Shield.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Oh god, my throat's going to be dead by the end of this episode. A new shine.
Hello there, friend. I was just thinking of all the things I've got to do and me here on duty. I've got me brother's armour to get polished. He'd do it himself if he had a mind to, but I'm afraid Kali does not have our family's sense of duty. He'll never earn his commander's respect, always being late, never diligent in his duties, always wearing his old worn armour and filthy uniform. Perhaps you could be of some service to an old warrior. Could you bring this armour up to Bruni Stonehelm and have him polish it for me? Bruni stands among the armour merchants of Thorin's Hall, where the canal runs through the mountain.
Okay, yes we can do that. There is, okay, little message. The reflecting pool is a mechanism that helps you go back and relive past instances, I believe.
By Doran's beard, won't you give me even a moment?
I've never really used that very much. So, springing a leak.
I am Tinder, Master Builder of Thorin. I was going to make a joke about Tinder, but I won't. I am Tinder, Master Builder of Thorin's Hall. The Great Canal, for which I am responsible, has recently fissured. The crack has not yet become a serious threat, but it is only a matter of time, and I haven't any builders available to assist with its repairs. Could you help me seal the fissure? I need to mix a mortar to seal the crack, but our stores are barren. I will need stone and gypsum from the new Merkstone tunnels and sand from the Rockbelly pit. The Merkstone tunnels are above the great statue of Thorin in the northwest. Fool goblins done another entrance after we closed off the original with the arming cave. The Rockbelly pit is to the southeast in the winter height. If we do not seal this crack soon, it may break, flooding the Vale of Thrain below.
So, we are again being so carefully guided to various areas that we need to go, and there's another gentle dwarf over here. At least, yes, thoughts of any parent here, looking back on their old past youth, his old armor.
Might you lend me an ear?
I need both of mine right now, but I'll listen to you.
Welcome and well met. I could use your help if you have a moment. I've a bit of a problem. Nothing terrible, mind you, but difficult for this old dwarf. You see, it's my son, Gisli. He's a good fellow and all, but he is young and doesn't have the experience of his elders. He has just received his first post down at Noglund in the Vale of Thrain, which was the place I was trying to remember last episode. I want to send Gisli his favourite meal, so he knows I'm thinking about him, but I don't have the most important ingredient, cave claw legs. If you can bring me a batch, I just know Gisli will be pleased. You can find cave claws in the old mine east of Thorin's Halls. You're not bad. You're not had a good meal until you've tasted my stew.
Yes, okay, with cave claws in it. Alright, let's, I don't think there's anything else out here. Let's go up into our first visit into Thorin's Hall proper. There may be some more stuff that we can, that we'll be able to pick up quests there. And just before we go in, we will look, if you remember, we got this deed, yes, the last episode about the places of the dwarves. Let's look. Well, we have been awarded LOTRO points. 5 points. We shall see why in a second. Let's see the completion of the deed. And the deed was the Wolf Slayer, so that's why we got that. We'd already done the Goblin Slayer, and we have our ally of Erdluin. Now, if we take off the completed check mark, we'll see what we have here. Elf Ruins, and we've only got one more of these to find, and that will take us a little while to get there because it's out in the wilds. Now, this is the places of the dwarves. We've already found 3 of them. We've found Farron's Court, of course, Thorin's Gates, which are there, and the Silver Deep Mine, which I think I may have explored off camera. Defender of Erdluin, we're almost done with that. Goblin Slayer Advance and Wolf there, so we've got a few things to go, but not too much. Let's see our new title. Wolf Tamer, let's put that on, make it active, and yeah, that's just telling us the new deed. Okay. Now, just FYI, and it's kind of funny, I have in the background a second instance loaded of the game, waiting for my... there's a guy here we can talk to. I think this is a crafting quest. And at the moment, my queue position is, because I jumped out of line and got back in, is now 3,850, which is, again, mixed blessings, because I would love to get on that server, but I'm glad to see it's doing well.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time.
So this is a crafting, the Maker's Hall quest.
Our struggles against the Dour Hands and the goblins continue with great vigour, Hiraeth, but we must also do what we can to better the craftsmanship of the goods created within the Blue Mountains. My friend Egil Oldbeard, has greeted fledgling craftsman for the past 130 years. It keeps him young. He says that. You should speak with him in the Maker's Hall if you are interested in turning your eye towards the fashioning of goods or equipment. Go north up the steps into Thorin's Hall proper. Once inside, walk north past the great statue and pass into the next hall. Okay, it's just directions. We can find that ourselves. There's a skirmish camp over there, which we do not need to go to. So here are the great dwarf doors of Durin's Hall. And this is the first, again, one of our early looks at how busy these dwarves can be with their excavations and their carving out for living places. And you can see that the shaft of light there coming in all the way from the top there. Very, very nice. And we can see, gosh, there's a lot. They've done a lot already just in this entryway. So, over here, I believe are just auctioneers, etc. There is a guy over here that, from past experience, is still here. He will send us on a series of quests.
Greetings, traveller.
So the first gear.
Greetings, I wonder if you could lend me a hand. I have been trying to repair this device, which opens access to the old vault of the mountain, but some key pieces, ancient gears, were removed and scattered long ago to prevent the dour hands getting their grubby hands on them, on the vault treasure. Now that we have finally ousted the dour hands from Thorin's Hall, it is time to open the vault, but first this device must be repaired. Old Sindri Winchmaster, the artificer who made this, had skill far beyond mine, so I'll need the actual pieces that were lost to have any hope of getting it to work again. They say the first missing gear was hidden somewhere in an old cave in the Winter Height, up the path southeast from Thorin's Hall. You'll probably find it in a chest somewhere in the caves. There's a trick to the chest, by the way. You have to press in at the corners to open it. Okay, interesting little detail. And we could bind ourselves here, but I don't think we will for now. We'll come around here and we pass on in to the hall proper, which as you can see is rather large. And let's zoom into first person. Again, it's very dwarven in architecture, and if we came up this way, we would find all those steps there, we would find Thorin. We will come over this way, out and around. And if we went down this little thing, we would actually come to that place where they've sprung a leak. But I think if we come around here, yep, there we are. He has not moved in all these 11 years or so. So Bruni.
What do you need?
So again, this is the new Shine quest.
What's this? I know that armor. That's Holly's, unless I miss my guess. I haven't the time to polish his armor again. I'm far too busy. I was supposed to go down to Nogland, the way station to the south, and pick up the guard's damaged armor. No, I have no time to clean Holly's armor today. You will just have to leave it here, and I will see if I can get it to there before next week, unless you can go down to Nogland and retrieve the guard's armor for me.
Which is what we shall do. Excuse me, sorry about that. As I say, the old throat is struggling with the old dwarven accents here. I apologize, they do also sound rather similar today. Can't quite get that extra bit of differentiation in the gruffness. We'll just cross the hall over here very briefly. We'll just finish off the Maker's Hall quest. We won't obviously change our profession or anything else, or choose a new one, choose to do any more, but here we go, right here.
What do you need?
And this is, I believe, I think it's Egil. Yep, wonderful name. Again, those of you who know your sagas, you'll know that there is an Egil saga. The sagas were much more down to earth, dealt with sort of on the human scale, if you like, as opposed to the mythological.
Bogue sent you to me, I see. Good, good. It's always an honor to help guide fledgling craftsmen as they take the first steps of their art. Listen carefully, for my words are born of experience. Look for the master of apprentices in the Maker's Hall. He walks about, right as he says right now. He walks about supervising the goings-on. He can help you choose a vocation in which to specialize. A vocation is a bundle of blah blah blahs. We know what vocations are, the three different crafts that are more or less related.
And again, we will not read the rest of this because it's just more or less the same as what we've had in the past with the actual Elven area starting quest for crafting. So I think that's it for now inside the hall itself. We will be coming back and forth here quite a bit in the next couple of episodes. And there is over here there's the banking area, which we don't need to visit right now, but it's over that way. And off we go back out to just take care of a couple of, I think these are all the quests that we need right now. And we'll just come down to here, and I think we'll call this a relatively short episode. And next time out we shall go to both the Winter Height and the Arming Cave and the surrounding area to complete some of these starter quests. Alright, let's go and take a quick look at the statue. As I say, this is the way, if you remember in the tutorial instance, this gate was closed, now open. So here we are. There is the statue back to its old former glory. And with that, we shall say, Hiraeth and I will say, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you do. And until next time, have a wonderful time in and out of Middle-earth. Take care.